The Diary of a Certified Psychopath. Off the crank. One last minuscule errand of mercy, as mild as the clement summer breeze that soothed sun-kissed cheeks with its velvet caress, and evoked rustles of contentment from every wooden wiseacre guarding the preserved ruins of Buckingham House, where the feathered Philharmonic's principal flautists perched wing to wing upon its crowning canapé ledge, and piped a soul-stirring twilight cantata to honour the rise of July's maiden crescent moon. The referenced task concerned the conveyance of a carbonated beverage, traditionally reserved for festive occasions, and in this case to present as a housewarming gift, under conditions when most native Brits would find their households warm enough, owing to the first true heatwave that our country has experienced since climate scientists began measuring temperatures with smart windsocks. Had the former figure of speech any literal substance, the latter event would have rendered this task far simpler. Though even affordable brands of champagne, namely those which don't reside in refrigerators fitted with security locks that only an appointed member of the supermarket's staff can provide access to with a 12-digit combination, are intended for consumption in a chilled state, whilst the reusable B&Q bag we were forced to repurpose as a hasty substitute for something slightly more bottle-shaped did not come supplied with ice packs. By lucky coincidence, this modest offering's grateful recipients happened to be home, and pledged that a toast to their elegant new abode, nestled in a quaint cul-de-sac amidst Shoreham's tranquil northern suburbs, would be completed well before the end of our next national hosepipe ban. Tasked off. And after the ensuing session of passive recovery had run its dream-free course upon an unstructured mattress, there followed further intervals of non-cyclical domesticity that were utterly unfit for forensic analysis by the suffer-focused cardiology of Strava's AI-assisted sports scientists, though all fell within active range of what the World Health Organization officially classifies as light to moderate exercise. For example, removing several face flannels worth of lint from the rubber seal surrounding my faithful Miele washer-dryer that had just rumbled and tumbled its latest load of mixed synthetics to a mildly moist standstill in stone-cold air. Repressurizing the mid-mounted shock absorber of my heat-stricken magic carpet to its recommended PSI, using Topeak's micro-rocket hand pump. Responsibly disposing of gardening waste, and declining my free upgrade to Windows 1+1 for the 11,000th time. Unsurprisingly, such mundane chores felt doubly taxing when carried out under perpetually sweltering temperatures. Not that any native Brit would ever complain about excess heat, though after such burdensome obligations, a similarly active recreational cool-off was required, within a microclimate which I could control to the nth degree. And where better to seek it than the scene of yesterday's high crime against structured training, where Maria and her merry mob of firm-footed revolutionaries continued to roll around the myriad twists and turns of what could well be Watopia's most visually alluring course, for what little climbing it demands, over a civil distance. Managed a strain-gauged 2.6 watts per kilo for the duration of one half-baked cookie, with an extra sprinkling of chocolate chips, to fully account for my allotted free period. Meanwhile, Dr. Garmin's ever-wayward beat-matching was severely off-sync, with a flatteringly low average that almost matched my GPU's silky smooth frame rate, and constant fluctuations which extended a whole aerobic zone above or below what my instincts perceived to be soft lactic labour. These spurious spikes and sags appeared to subside shortly after my avatar had witnessed the island's second spectacular sunset in the space of 30 factual minutes, which might have been a consequence either of my slapping some sense into aging electronics or a heartfelt and rhythmical response to the final movement of Tchaikovsky's Fourth Symphony, which has been known to elicit pulses strong enough to snap the cuffs off blood pressure monitors.